Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Argyle Way. So this is going to be a two-parter. This is the first part, but this is going to be for Plymouth Argyle versus Cambridge United. And obviously, from what we've seen from their form table, they've got the worst form in the league, I'd say, right now at the moment. 12 losses.
Yep.
The most any team's got. I think MK Dons are on the same. But Cambridge-wise, I feel like coming into this game after a loss to Port Vale and we're going away, it's a must win now. I think every single game in December is a must win from now on after that Port Vale game, because that was atrocious, and we all know how bad that was. But from this game, we want Argyle to play so much better than the way they did against Port Vale, really, and Schumacher will be back on the touchline as well, so no touchline ban. That's a bonus as well. And hopefully Dan Scar should be back for that game. So hopefully, I really hope he is. He should be for sure. But the first thing is mainly getting Schumacher back on a touchline will definitely be a massive bonus for us anyway. So what would you say about that anyways, Liam?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the touchline ban didn't really make sense to me, but yeah, I mean, so having back on the touchline is pretty good. It means he can obviously get messages to the players and stuff like that. And mainly, as long as we win, I don't mind.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the main important bonus start. If we do get the win, then it's 3 points for us, and that's another loss for Cambridge, and then they've got the most losses in the league. So it'll be even better, really. It'll be even better. So there are two things that we want, but mainly from this game, we and obviously as Ipswich are playing Peterborough and Sheffield Wednesday are playing scummy knobheads. We would want a good weekend. So obviously, I want good results either way. I would like Peterborough to win that game, but I don't see them winning it. I know they've lost three. I know they lost three in a row, but I'd still like them to just get a good result against Ipswich, because obviously it'll be a bonus for us. I know it would help Sheffield Wednesday, but I hope they lose as well. First of all, sorry, Jake. And then secondly, it would be a massive bonus for us, as it would get us back up to like 4 or 5 points clear again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and obviously with these games, we've got the easier fixture list with Cheltenham, Cambridge, Morecambe. We've got all of those. You'd say easy teams, but I think those easier teams do sometimes give you a surprise package for when you play against them. Obviously, Morecambe have pulled off some surprises. Cambridge, they pulled off some surprises, and then Cheltenham as well. All of those teams have pulled off surprising wins against some of the top sixes. But hopefully for us, we can hopefully bag at least 9. I'd say 9 points easy. And then after that, Wycombe and MK Dons, another 6 points. I'd happily take it. Coming out of December and then into January, we go hopefully ready for hopefully we can get ready for January, as obviously we should be getting some hopefully we get signings. We'll be doing videos for that. If we do end up getting signings through January, we'll be doing videos for that. No worries. We won't be missing out on them, that's for sure. But the second thing is, Liam, though, what do you honestly think that the players will be coming into this game like for Cambridge?
Probably they'll be thinking to bounce back, because obviously losing our home record wasn't the best. And yeah, just mainly hoping to bounce back and get the win, because Cambridge are in poor form, like very poor form. They can't even beat they can't beat Forest Green. That's poor. And
that's all we need to say about them.
Pardon?
That's all we need to say about them, really.
Yeah, definitely. Because anybody should be beating Forest Green. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we smacked them. So
we beat them 3-0. So
yeah,
there we go. That's all you need to know.
Happy days.
But yeah, I mean, as long as I want 6 points from these next two games, because anything less is unacceptable, really.
And it could possibly, I think it will most likely push us out of the top two, because
Yep.
you know that not Peterborough, Ipswich and Sheffield Wednesday should at least be getting at least 4 or 6 points in both of those games.
Yeah.
If they don't come out with 6 points, I'll be very surprised. But for Ipswich's fixture list, anyways, Peterborough, Portsmouth, Oxford, Lincoln, they've got loads of hard games coming up. And with us having an easier fixture list, I'd say it's now or never, really. If you want to get higher up, if you want to get further away from Ipswich, and if they end up getting some bad results, right now, December is the perfect time to do that after losing against Port Vale. It's the perfect time to bounce back, get them results in. Hopefully, Ipswich bottle these games, because it would help us, guaranteed, 100%, be good for the players, and it will give us a massive bonus going through the rest of this season. Because obviously we still got to play Ipswich, we still got to play Sheffield Wednesday, we still got to play Portsmouth, we still got to play the top 6 in the second half. And most of them we beat them, but most of them away is going to be harder. So that is why I really, really want mostly wins this entire month from obviously except for Port Vale. That was terrible, and hopefully Ipswich do end up getting some bobbles down the road. They drew to Fleetwood, which I did not expect. I thought they would have beat Fleetwood, and then Sheffield Wednesday drawing to Derby. Winning at Derby's not for everyone, but that's all I could say. How they didn't beat Derby, I'm surprised they didn't go out and beat Derby. But hey ho, they might not have played well on the pitch. But if I'm truly honest, from this now on, if we do not get at least, I'd say, over 9 points throughout December, I'll be furious. And I would say it'll be just a hunt for playoffs. It'll be the hunt for playoffs, if I'm sad to say. So hopefully we can keep the grind on and keep on rolling. That's all I say. But
I want 9 points from these next 3 games.
Definitely.
Cambridge, Morecambe, and Cheltenham.
It has to be 9 points. It has to be.
Yeah, surely.
It's got to be. It'll be ridiculous if we don't. Fraudulent. It's fraudulent language or whatever. It shouldn't be allowed, if I'm truly honest.
And then we got Wickham, and then
we got got the Chair Boys. Hopefully we do beat them as well, because it will shut them up, which would be brilliant. And then
6
MK Dons, the way we battered MK Dons away. So what makes you say if we lose to MK Dons after we beat them away 4-1? Jesus Christ!
I know.
I don't know.
Tell me about
it. The way they're playing, anyways, they are dreadful. They are dreadful.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but for predicted lineups, anyways, Liam, what would you say the predicted lineup would be for Cambridge?
I mean, I don't think Longwick deserves to start.
I don't even think to be honest, he got injured in that game anyway. So what makes you say he's going to start?
True. Yeah.
He
was terrible against Port Vale anyway.
He was. Yeah.
It'd be Galloway, Wilson, and probably Scar, maybe.
It depends. He might be on the bench or he might start, but I'd probably say he'd be on the bench. He'll probably be on the bench for sure.
Probably be Gillespie then.
Probably be Gillespie.
Gillespie, Wilson, Galloway, Cooper, Mayo probably go in there.
In the midfield,
I reckon. Yeah.
Okay. No Matt Butcher then?
Butcher, what about him?
Would you say no Butcher in the midfield?
Nah, no Butcher in the midfield. Hardy and probably might be Ennis at top, I reckon. I think
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
because right now Cosgrove is just becoming the ultra super sub. Yeah, which is fantastic. I love that. But
he's a giant. He's huge.
He is a fucking giant. He's an absolute giant. Get that meme in, Jack. The Green Giant. Get that bloody meme
Yeah.
in. But hopefully from the lineup that you predicted, if it is the lineup that you predicted, I just hope that they can all click in that game.
Yeah.
If they play like the way they played in against Port Vale, and we got no chance. We got no chance. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Because
we're massive favourites to win.
we are. Yeah, I'm not surprised we're massive favourites. We've only had 3 losses this season, and they've had 12. Like, I don't know what else you could say about. I know it doesn't. Some people say it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean how many losses he got. It matters. It does kind of matter in a sense. But another way is how they play, and the way they've been playing is dog shit. Let's just be honest. That's all I can say. Their team is just not playing very well, and that is why they're 20th. That is why they're 20th, getting closer to the bottom 4 in the league.
Yeah.
There was one point where they lost like 5 or 6 in a row. Like, goodness me. And I think they've still lost a couple games there and then. But what makes you say that it could either end multiple ways? Us losing, us battering them, us winning by a scrape, or them winning by a scrape, or getting a draw. It could end either way. But I just hope that we come in that game and we just smack them up like that. That's all I hope for.
So 100%.
So from the main thing that I'm going to say is right now, if I was going to pick one player that should start, I don't think Matt Mitchell will start. So
no,
not gonna lie, Ballymumba. Well, to be honest, Ballymumba, that was probably his worst game that he had against Port Vale. But I hope that in this next game he bounces back and just everyone bounce back, like I said. But what would you mainly say, Liam, though, anyways? How important is it for the players to bounce back in this game?
Yeah, it's pretty big, to be honest, because if we don't beat Cambridge, there's something wrong, because they haven't won in ages. They haven't scored at home since September.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just needs about. But if we bounce back in this one, happy days. Get an easy win, and then we go into the Morecambe game next weekend. I mean, we should win because Morecambe are bottom of the league, and they're terrible.
Yeah.
But on this game, I just think if we get an early goal,
if we get an early goal, then from there on, the way they'll end up playing is that they will come out and then just start trying to go out with go hard and just don't care attitude. They'll just want to just go out and just try and get a goal. But for us, we'll have to be very, very cautious and just try and play it very, very smart against a team like that. Because the way we played against Port Vale, we were all over the place. We didn't know what we was doing. We was just passing, getting long balls up the field, losing the ball consistently. And then every time we pull off a cross, we just wouldn't either go to our man, couldn't beat the first man, or it would go over. Like,
Yep.
And obviously we should have had a penalty in that game, and the missed chances that we had from Hardy and Ennis. Hopefully in this game, we can convert our chances. Simple as that. But against Cambridge, I'd say if we go 1-0 up, then I think it should be easy on them there. 100%.
Yeah,
I think we'll end up getting the win. If we go 1-0 up early, should be the game done. 100%. But anyways, though,
and
guys,
if we go 1-0 down, start to worry.
Oh God, yeah. If we go 1-0 down, then we might as well just say, I think that's a rest in peace to our promotion hopes. Sayonara. Sayonara. Because we shouldn't be losing to Cambridge. I'm gonna have a little search up quick before we end this. Who has lost to Cambridge this season? I'm gonna have a look. Who has lost to Cambridge this season? Because I actually want to see.
Probably only Tin Pot clubs.
So Wickham, Tin Pot. Lincoln.
Wow.
Morecambe, of course. No surprise, it's Morecambe. MK Dons, shock. Exeter. Oh, you scummy twats. And Burton, 4-3.
Burton.
Burton. So I'd honestly say if we end up losing that game, then oh god, it'll just be meme after meme after meme over us. Simple as that. But we need to bounce back. Hopefully we do, and that's all I could say about that. But anyways, this is at the end of part 1, but the second part will be a little bit, well, as recording this, it's Wednesday, but on Friday...
They won 6 games all season.
Like 6 games all season, what's that? But today's Wednesday, but in 2 days from now, we'll be doing it with Jack and Alfie. But for you guys, obviously, it will all just be in one episode, so that'll be great. So we'll catch you in there. We'll catch you there in a bit. And hello, everyone. This is part 2 of the Plymouth Argyle versus Cambridge United preview. So the first part, obviously, was Liam, but now we've got Jack on here. And we've got a special guest on with us. So do you want to present yourself?
Hello. Well, I'm Ads. I'm a YouTuber that does Cambridge United content. Basically, I go home away every single weekend, do Matchday Vlogs, and yeah, I just enjoy doing it really. And I've got a few fair followers off of it. So
brilliant. Yeah. The best thing, like we always say, always happy to have other fans on from other teams, like Cambridge, for example. So this is obviously, and we're always happy to have other guests on, which is fantastic. But we'll deep dive into this as I talk to Liam about predicted lineup and what could we expect in this game. But going to Cambridge, obviously, their form probably, I don't want to say it so badly right now, but one of the worst forms in the league. At one point, they were like 5 losses in a row at one point.
I think we're still at that at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, which is not what you want to see, because obviously Cambridge United are one of those teams. Like last year, I'll get the form up from last year, but if you go to League One, then 2021.
I mean, to be fair, Alfie, considering Cambridge came up the season before last season, I thought you had a pretty solid season last season. Not gonna lie,
14.
You outclassed us as well at at your ground, and it's a ground we've struggled at for the last 5 years. So that was the only that was the downside I had into my heart regarding this weekend, because our record against Cambridge ain't pretty.
Yeah, don't think you've won at the Abbey since 2017.
Yeah, you're right, because 2017 was the year we won League Two as well.
Yeah.
Well, not the one League Two. We came second, but we got promoted. Yeah.
But last season, Cambridge finished 14th. 15 wins, 13 draws, and 18 losses, 56 goals scored, and 74 goals conceded. So they were one of the teams that conceded not obviously the most, but negative 18 goal difference. But this season, following the little bit of the same route with the goal difference, negative 13 and 32 goals conceded. Well,
it's not looking great.
I was gonna say, like, you've scored not a lot. Well, 19 goals is still decent, but the amount of goals that you conceded this season is not really what you want to see, like, from a team that I thought would finish a little bit higher, but 20th right now, 3 points away from Forest Green. Like, I know. Yeah, but coming into this game, obviously against an Argyle team that are first in the league, we lost our first game at home against Port Vale last week, but coming into this game at home against Argyle, what do you really fully expect from this game?
Well, I'm expecting Argyle to really run wild, to be honest. But I don't expect us to score a goal, considering we haven't scored since September the 3rd at home. And if you put that into perspective, that's over 2 months without a goal at home. And I'm just not confident, but you guys haven't kept a clean sheet in a while, I think. So
we haven't, to be fair.
Yeah, we haven't.
Hopefully we can get a goal, but I'll be happy with a goal. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think the goal is really now for you guys is just stay up. I would have thought.
Oh, for sure. Like at the moment, it's not great. I think, as you said, Harvey, we're 3 points off the drop. So a loss this week, which is likely, could it's not going to put us into the drop because Forest Green's goal difference is a lot worse than ours.
Yeah.
But coming up to the new year, we've got Derby away, Fleetwood away. So
they're very tricky teams.
That Fleetwood away game actually could be
exactly
that could go either way, 100%.
We never do well up at Fleetwood either. So
so do we. We lost that. We lost.
Not many teams do go up there and get a result. To be fair,
yeah, exactly.
Fleetwood literally, and Shrewsbury, I'd say the same at this. Even though I wouldn't say our record against Shrewsbury is nowhere near as bad. But basically, with those two clubs, they are basically as League One as you can get. They'll stop you from going up to the Championship, but at the same time, they'll make you get relegated to League Two.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. And speaking on the fact that we haven't had a clean sheet the last time we've had a clean sheet in the league was the 3-0 win against Accrington Stanley in the 8th of October. So then from then on, we won 4-1 against MK Dons, drew 2-2 to Bristol Rovers, 2-1 win against Shrewsbury, 4-2 win against Exeter, 1-1 against Lincoln, 2-2 against Burn, and then losing 2-0 to Port Vale. And that's the first game this season that we have not scored a goal.
Ooh. Wow. So, there's a lot then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But from the last game, though, Jack, obviously, we did talk about it in the Port Vale review. But coming into this game as a Argyle fan, both of us Argyle fans, but do you really expect a lot more better than what we saw against Port Vale?
It's not just that, though, but also Shuey will be back tomorrow as well.
Yeah, he had a touchline ban.
He had a touchline ban, didn't he? Because of the words he spoke towards the FA after that
Burton game,
horrible Burton game.
That was ideal for you, lot.
No,
heard about that referee.
I honestly thought we were gonna walk away with 3 points out of nowhere, and then the referee just had other ideas. But it's not just this league; it's every single league in the whole country. Whether you're from Premier League all the way down to grassroots football, there's literally and it happens to every club. Every club gets screwed over by dodgy decisions from the referee, and it happened to
football.
Us Burton.
It is, football. Unfortunately.
It was legit a pain in the ass because I thought, to be fair, we were shocking in that first half against Burton. I thought it was the worst first half we've had all season so far. And I thought they outplayed us and made life really difficult for us. But that second half, we played again, proof that we could literally beat anyone in this league on paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I was just going to say, I mean, I also did my League One predictions at the start of the season as well. Alfie, while I was, of course, watching yours and Tom's, I did have you to stay up, so you'll be all right with that.
Hopefully.
Do you want to guess where?
17th.
Close.
Yeah, I would have said 17th as well.
Very close. I had you 18th, but
okay.
Staying up. No problem. I had you in a staying up battle. Well, not just staying up battle, but staying up comfortably battle with a certain rotten neighbours of ours in red and white who I had to finish 17th.
Or as I call them, scummy twats.
Yeah, or as Harvey would like to call them that. If you know who we're on about Exeter City.
Of course I do.
So, yeah. But no, and I was gonna put that into the video at the start. I was gonna say we even include the Exeter fans as long as we roast them when they come on. So
yeah, exactly. But
and we'll try our best to roast Peterborough fans for you if one comes on for
please
us.
Do, yeah, please do. Just let them know. But no, I didn't put you guys far off.
Post for Argentina there. Holy shit.
Yeah, to be fair. So yeah, no. When I watched your predictions and I saw us 10th, I thought, oh, come on, Al.
Yeah.
Surely we're higher than that.
Now looking at
the same time, I was like, it is a hard league at the end of the day. So we could really, if we didn't finish in playoffs, we could still easily finish around that 7th.
Because what was it? 2 seasons ago? You finished near the drop, didn't you?
Yeah. There was at one point where we had we conceded so many goals.
Oh, we conceded way too many goals. Yeah, it was 2 seasons ago. We finished 18th.
Yeah.
But I was all right with that season because
it was our first league back up.
Came up. We came up in 2020 and I literally looked into that season thinking the aim is to stay up, and we finished 18th. But our downside was that we conceded way too many goals. But what was more interesting about that season was that we finished 18th. Wigan finished 20th that season, and then the following season, last season, they went on and won the league. So
it's crazy how things.
And then
change.
Obviously we all know how last season ended for us, painful against a certain MK Dons.
But where are they now?
I know they are struggling like crazy at the moment.
We don't want to piss off too many MK Dons fans.
I'm not going to say anything about MK.
Oh
Dons.
yeah.
Harv, you have nothing to worry about. I literally at the start of the season, I was listening to 4-0 written all over its podcast. It was Brendan, and he was predicting who will bottle the playoffs and stuff, and he just literally said straight away, Plymouth, they'll bottle it as usual. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna turn this off. Goodbye.
Yeah. But who's in the middle of bottling it? Portsmouth.
Oh yeah, they're drawing like
man, they've drawn so many games.
And their game's off this weekend. Accrington Portsmouth is off this weekend, and as is Morecambe Charlton. And I have to be honest, guys, I completely agree with the Charlton fans. I thought the Garner sacking was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it was.
And it just shows that they cannot stand their owners at the moment.
Yeah.
And I feel very lucky that our owners are decent, Harv.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say your owners are like, Alf, for Cambridge?
Yeah, decent as well, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, that's fair enough. What was the you probably won't want me mentioning this, but I will ask this anyway. What was the reaction like from you after the Forest Green game last weekend?
Well, well, obviously we scored in the 89th minute, thinking we had rescued a point from Forest Green.
Yeah.
And then they got a dodgy decision, which led to a penalty, which led to a goal, which led to a loss. And yeah, let's just say the away end from 1 minute was bouncing. The next minute it was, oh, here we go again.
They've literally got one of the quietest home atmospheres in the league, I swear.
Oh yeah, I think I heard them maybe once, and that's when they scored at the end.
Yeah.
But there's something that didn't make it better. Earlier on in the week, Bonner actually received an email from the referee actually saying that he made a wrong decision. So it doesn't help either with that email. So this is kind of annoying because everyone knew at the time that it was a wrong decision. And now that we have confirmation of it, it's way too late now. So
yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, they're similar to us against Burton.
Yeah.
We just pretty much got screwed over by the ref.
Exactly.
No, that was the second time for us as well that we conceded in like the crazy minute.
Yeah.
The fact is we shouldn't be 1-1 against Forest Green. No chance. Like rock bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Before us, they'd only won once in the season, and to lose to them is just, it says a lot actually.
Yeah.
And
they've also beaten Bristol Rovers this season. I know they beat Bolton this season as well. I remember Bolton fans were fuming about that.
Right.
I can't remember who else they beat this season. I'll get it up on FOTMob actually.
Forest Green.
Yeah, they've got their El Glossico Gloucestershire derby tomorrow against Cheltenham.
They lost to Wickham, lost to Barnsley, lost to Portsmouth, Peterborough, Burton, Exeter, Morecambe, Shrewsbury, Sheffield Wednesday.
Exeter tormented.
They've beaten us. They lost to us. They were shit. And
that would have been awful because if we blimmin' lost to Forest Green, that would have been right after our 5-1 hammering by Charlton. So that would have been even worse. So thank God that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
But
Forest Green's only won 4 games this season. So yeah.
But speaking on the previous matches, well, this is a little bit of like a recap, but the previous 10 matches we've played each other, 4 wins for Cambridge, 3 draws and 3 wins for Argyle. Last season at home, away to Cambridge, 2-0 loss, and then at home, 1-1 draw.
Yeah. So it could go either way.
Yeah. Well, like many people said, it doesn't matter where you are in the league. Anybody can surprise you. That's
exactly.
Look at Burton.
100%.
Look at Burton. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last time we beat Cambridge was February the 4th, 2017.
Van Dijk just missed a penalty.
And then before that, it was the 2-1 win at home Park that same season. And I forgot to mention this actually. I was there that game as well. So it was just typical Argyle performance, basically. Just trying everything they can to get the 3 points and simply going up to League Two, up to League One. I was going to say National League.
Or just see if Messi scores this penalty quick.
Come on,
Messi. Taking this penalty.
The GOAT.
Oh, do you like Messi?
The GOAT.
Oh, that is the best penalty I think. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh,
he's just absolutely done him. What a player, seriously.
I have the game on, but I'm very far behind. Van Dijk still hasn't taken this penalty yet. So.
Mate, he's just took the right piss. He's just took the right piss. Ugh.
I mean, Harvey would say that as well, because obviously Harvey's second favourite team's Man United, so of course about Van Dijk.
I fucking hate Liverpool with a passion, and half of my family is Liverpool fans, so that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'm the same, and United's not even my second favourite team. My second team's Chelsea because of my dad. So
mine's Arsenal.
Oh, yours Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal,
mate. At least it ain't Spurs, so I will give you that 100% because I cannot stand Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
I'm going to ask one question. Are any of you two coming down to Cambridge tomorrow, or?
I'm afraid not.
No,
you're just gonna be watching from home, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be. We'll be streaming it on iFollow. I was planning to, and if I had the money and more money from work, I was thinking of doing that, but I
completely understand.
Really,
it's a long way as well. Well, the distances you lot have to. Well, Plymouth fans, you lot have to travel. Sorry, Messi's penalty's just coming up, so I got my eye on it. But the distances you lot have to travel is just unbelievable. Like what?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, as I'm from Cornwall, I completely understand on far away trips just to anywhere in this country, anywhere, because we're literally just far from everywhere.
I've said this for years. Sunderland fans and Plymouth fans have got to be the best in England, just because of how many numbers they take away from home and how far it is. It's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I did say to Harvey and the guys off a podcast as a neutral that I thought Sunderland and Newcastle have two of the best fan bases in the country. They are just they travel a long way and they're just freaking passionate, both of them, from start to finish.
And the thing is as well, though, I'm also going to point on this as well. From the last couple of seasons, our capacity range from like when we finished 18th in the season we came back up, and then the next two seasons after, our capacity has just gone right up. Because
for sure.
Our football has gotten a lot more exciting from when we was in League Two. You could see it. You could see that our quality of football has gone up a level, and obviously our target right now is the Championship, because we haven't been in the Championship since 2010. Which is a long, long time.
And we went down with Peterborough that season in 2010. But we did finish ahead of Peterborough, so I guess that is the only consolidation. So
yeah,
we finished second bottom, Peterborough finished bottom, and who was the other one that went down with us that season? I think it was Wednesday, not going to lie.
I will have a look, actually, for you.
Yeah, no, Newcastle won the Championship that year. They relegated us a few days before the end of the few rounds before the end of the season.
Shit.
We finished second bottom after 6 years in a row in the Championship. Peterborough finished bottom because they were dreadful that season. And
I can't find out.
And Crystal Palace just survived.
Damn it. I can't find out.
Just shows that the leagues can just change like that, because Palace is in the Premier League now. So
that's it.
Loving life in the Prem.
But going into our previous games, obviously I did say them, but from our previous games though, Jack, the main thing that I'd say obviously is hindering us a little bit is the amount of goals we're conceding.
That is true.
Would you honestly say that's like a main factor right now for us?
And it's a pain because obviously on paper we have the best keeper in the league, Michael Cooper. on paper, best keeper in the league. I wouldn't say he's been best keeper of this season. That for me goes to James Trafford for Bolton. But like you look at that thinking, we shouldn't really be conceding that much goals. But at the same time, we are scoring a lot of goals as well, which is the main thing. But obviously that Port Vale game was an exception because we had chances wasted minute after minute after minute because we basically played we were basically Alvaro Morata FC last week against Port Vale. Chances wasted the whole time, and Port Vale played like Erling Haaland or Mo Salah, and that's why they won the game 2-0.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they were the better team, and we can't take that away from Vale. So they were superb, and we had a night at home to forget, Harv. So we just we just have to move on, and
like I said, we can't win. There's always one game where you're gonna have a blip. You can't always You can't think you're gonna go unbeaten at home the entire season.
And honestly, I'm still grateful that we're still top of the league, first of all, because it's League One. Second of all, I'm still confident in the boys that we can go up this season. And third of all, honestly, it could be a lot worse. I mean, honestly, we could be in Alfie's club's position right
exactly.
now. So,
and the best positive news, Jack, is that Dan Scar is back for this game.
Is he actually? Oh, get in. But the game I wanted him back for are Bolton and Ipswich in January, and also Finn Azaz hopefully back then. But I will be honest, and Alfie and I were talking about this all week. I don't think I've passed this on to you, Liam, and Harvey England yet, but I have been a bit more confident this week because Alfie's given me the hope that Ipswich bottle it every single season. And I was saying, I hope they do, because that will help us in every way.
I'll be bloody happy.
Yeah, by now you should realise Ipswich slip up every single year. They do it all the time.
I was literally there thinking to myself, if Ipswich actually do it every single year, but we'll be fine. The only ones we have to worry about Wednesday. This isn't too bad, to be fair. I mean, I highly rate Ipswich's squad at the moment, massively. And at the moment, not at the start of the season in my predictions. Start of the season, I was the same as you, Alfie. I had Sheffield Wednesday to win the league.
Yeah, me too.
But right now, if I had to choose, I do think Ipswich will win the league just because their squad depth is unbelievable. They do have a habit of bottling things, so that does give me confidence.
Exactly, yeah, they do.
And of course, last season they were dreadful, finishing in 11th place.
Yeah, the last season was probably a season to forget for them, but it is what it is.
Oh, definitely.
At the moment, this season's one for us to forget. At the moment, if we don't turn it around. But what I don't understand is how we started the season so brilliant. We were top of the league at one point.
Amazingly.
We were top of the league for 10 whole minutes at Portsmouth away. And now look at us. Because all we do, you'll see this tomorrow in tomorrow's game. All we will do is hoof the ball up to Ironside. He'll lose it. Every single time. You'll see that tomorrow. Unless we change it around, but yeah.
But going into the previous match you played was against Forest Green 2-1. The lineup that you had in that game was Mannion in goal, Williams, Arkadina, Jones. I remember that name, Jones. Dunk, Digby, former Forest Green player, right? Digby. Warman, Nibs, Tracy, Brothy, and Ironside up front. And then in the previous game, Jana came off the bench and scored.
Yes, Jana is one that I say in every single one of my videos. Saki Jana.
Was Shrewsbury and Bristol City.
Bristol City, yeah.
Bristol City, yeah.
Bristol City, yeah.
Yeah, and for some reason, he doesn't play. And I think it's because he goes out clubbing and the manager doesn't like it. But, you know, every time he comes on, he does something that gets the fans raring. And I say this in every single one of my videos before the lineup comes out. Jana needs to start. And he just never does. And as soon as he comes on against Forest Green, got a goal.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that he's important to us.
And then one player I recognise is Lloyd Jones. He was on loan at us for 6 months in 2019.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's probably our best defender at the moment. I don't know how he was for you guys. How was Jones?
I think
if you
he's
remember?
played like 9 times for us, and I think he scored 1 goal. I think.
Yeah.
How's Adam May getting on this season at Cambridge?
Well, Adam May's currently out for the season because of
really?
injury. So that's where we've probably gone wrong, because we're lacking a lot of creativity in the midfield, and Adam May certainly brought a lot of creativity. And Mitov, obviously, for our number 1 keeper, is out injured for a bit as well. We've got, who else we got? I think that's about it, out injured, to be honest. But yeah, they're all our 2 main players, really. And ever since then, it's gone downhill. But Mannion he's stepped in goal, and he's done a good job, to be fair to him.
Oh, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be hard for Mitov to go straight back in.
I did my master's degree in Southampton last year, and Adam May's from that area, and he's good friends with and I found this out last season when I was doing work experience at Aldershot. He's good friends with one of my master's course mates, Jordan. It turned out, Jordan told me that he knew Adam May like fully and stuff. I was like, oh, fair enough. Big shout out to Jordan Gregson, Southampton fan. There, but yeah, no, he was late. It was the day we went to Aldershop with work experience. It was the day we lost to you guys 2-0, and I was just showing Jordan what our lineup was, and he was like, "Oh, get Cambridge's lineup for me if that's right." I was like, "Yeah, of course." And then he just showed me Adam May. And he was like, I know Adam May. I was like, he's from Southampton, just like me, and known him before Cambridge stuff. I was like, oh really? That's class. So
from Southampton, played for Pompey. Mm-hmm. I wonder how they see him down there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know Jordan very well. He hates Portsmouth. So
when we played Portsmouth, Adam May was getting booed. So
right.
But I think that's kind of normal.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wonder if Lloyd Jones
that same day you played Pompey, we played Charlton, and I was at Charlton away this season, and we were 1-0 down, obviously, at the start. Well, we were dreadful all game, but I was looking at that Pompey Cambridge game, thinking, oh come on Cambridge, if Pompey are losing, I'll take Pompey losing while we're bloody losing. But then they bloody turned it around while we couldn't. Yeah. We got absolutely slaughtered that night.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And excuse me. Speaking of the previous lineups, our previous lineup against Argyle, and I told Liam that what his lineup prediction could be, but our lineup against Port Vale was Cooper, Lomwick, Wilson, Gillespie, Mumba, Houghton, Randall, Edwards, Whitaker, Ennis, and Hardy. But one thing is, though, Jack, do you think the attack, the front 2 will be the exact same again?
I don't know. I mean, Shuey does like to rotate. I can see him rotating it again tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if Cosgrove started tomorrow.
Yeah, what Liam said, he would think it would be Hardy and Ennis up front, and he guarantees that Cosgrove will definitely not start.
It's a tricky one because Shuey has rotated the squad all season, and it's worked so well for us so far this season. But it's also a tricky one because, of course, Cosgrove started against Burton. I thought it was his worst game for us so far. We brought Ennis and Hardy on for Burton. They were outstanding against Burton. So we started them against Port Vale. And then what happens? They were terrible against Port Vale. So it wouldn't surprise me if Shuey rotated it again tomorrow. But who knows? Who knows? That's the one thing though I will take regarding our squad though, because we do have a lot of these exciting players, and Shuey's giving all of them these kind of chances as well. But the one player I wouldn't be surprised he starts tomorrow is Danny Mayer, because he just came back from injury against Port Vale last week, came off from the bench. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he starts tomorrow. Yeah. And his because before Port Vale, his last game was Oxford, I swear. All the way back in September.
Yeah, he hasn't played in a long time.
Yeah, it was September.
Yeah. Which is obviously now most of our players are coming back for injury, which is now the best thing that we could possibly have. Danny Mayer's back, Dan Scar's gonna be coming back soon, but I'd say the only player that we should be looking forward to coming back is Finn Azaz.
Well, I mean, we could look forward to all of them, to be fair, but obviously as Azaz is so exciting, obviously I totally get what you mean, but what's even better, and this is from a League One promotion race sort of look at the moment. What's even better is that Harness is out at the moment for Ipswich, so that does give us.
You could say that as a bonus as well, but what makes you say that Ipswich could go in for either they could? Because you said they're interested in Whittaker.
They could
either go in for somebody else.
Won't get him. I can't see him go to Ipswich at all. Whittaker looks settled with us, and I can't see him going.
I can't see Mumba go for 1 second. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no worries, mate. No worries, mate.
But I could tell with
same with Mumba.
Yeah. Same with Mumba. He's settled at this club.
Can't see them going at all.
Yeah.
But like I said to you the other week, Harv, if one of our attacking players does go and a certain someone at Morecambe was still looking to move away, I'd go and sign Cole Stockton.
100%.
A lot of people in the Discord chat on I don't know if you know him, Ads. It's the Oxford Fan, the Young Fan podcast. I'm on his Discord chat, and he not he. A few fans I was speaking to on there, they were saying, "Oh, I don't know if you should sign Stockton, but like one season wonder and stuff." But I only disagree with that because I personally think he would have been more prolific if he didn't even send a transfer request at Morecambe.
Stockton is a brilliant player and deserves a better club, to be honest.
100%. And that's what I was saying to Harv. If we do lose someone like Whittaker to Ipswich, I can't see him go to Ipswich or a League One rival at all. If he goes anywhere, it would be a Championship club, I reckon. But
Morgan Whittaker's a brilliant player.
I can't see Whittaker going. I can't see Whittaker leaving Plymouth, but if we do lose any of our attacking players, I'd step in for Stockton, and I don't think we're going to get Jeffcott back either, Harvey, because he looks settled at Swindon.
And there was one more player apparently I heard we were interested in was Macaulay Langstaff from Notts County.
Oh, okay. There's a few players from Notts County we've been interested in.
21 games he's played for Notts County and scored 19 times.
Okay.
And how old is he? 25. And he's a striker.
I mean, the age-wise is definitely exciting young prospect, and it brings the more depth into our squad. It just depends if he gets game time, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Kamara when he moved to Plymouth Ipswich on deadline day. He's hardly had a game there at the moment.
And as well, he played for Ipswich. I think it was in the cup, wasn't it? And he scored, I think.
Yeah. Who would you say has been Cambridge's best player of the season so far, Alfie?
Well, it hasn't been the best season, so it's quite hard to say. But off the top of my head, I'm actually going to have to think about this because there's not one player that's actually stood out. They've all been very bad, but I'll have to go Will Mannion in goal. He stepped in for Mitov with no League One experience. And he's done really, really well. So I'm going to say Mannion, but Jano as well. Something about that boy. I just love him. Like every time he comes on, he brings a friend. Oh, that's beautiful. I love him.
Mm-hmm. And wait, I'm just trying to log into football.
Who would you guys say Plymouth's best player this season has been, if there's one that stands out?
You go first, Harv.
It's between two, really, because obviously most of our players have played really, really well this season, and it's very, very tough.
Opposite.
It's very, very tough because most of our loanees have done so well this season, and then other players that we've got in our team that are permanent is really, really good. But between two players who might surprise you, but one player is Adam Randall.
Agreed.
And you might be surprised, but this season, he stepped up at coming through our youth academy, and a couple of seasons ago, he was at Torquay. Then 2 seasons later, he's one of the most improved player we've had. Most improved player this season. He's been so good in the midfield.
Mine's a toss-up between
as well.
Mine's a toss-up between Adam Randall and Ballymumba.
I was going to say him as well, because obviously right now he's my favourite player.
So yeah, one of them's on loan from Norwich. The other one's obviously completely with us. But Personally, I think Randall, along with Sam Morsey for Ipswich and Barry Bannon for Sheffield Wednesday, are the 3 best midfielders in the league right now.
Barry Bannon for sure is probably top of my list. He's way too good for this league.
I think he's top of everyone's list.
He reminds me of a Wes Hoolahan. I don't know if you guys know.
And it's not just that also. He's been at Wednesday for years as well. So he's already established himself as
commitment to the club is
as well.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
But I mean, Mumba, Scar, and Randall are all in my team of the season so far this season anyway. So yeah, those have stood out for me a lot so far. It's a shame because I wanted to include Whittaker and Cooper in my team.
If Whittaker,
I do know how unbelievable Trafford's been for Bolton.
If Whittaker continues to play for us this season and carries on playing so well, assists and goals wise, he could be included in there. Maybe Cooper.
He could.
Last season Cooper was phenomenal, and this season he's kind of following the same as last season. He's still pulling off.
Yeah,
he saved us multiple times.
At the moment, my front 3 in my team of the season are Marcus Harness for Ipswich, one of Colby Bishop or Dane Scarlett for Pompey, and then the other one, probably someone Alfie's not a huge fan of, Johnson Clark Harris for Peterborough. Yeah, you could just tell by that reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily we kept him quiet, but it was actually Lloyd Jones that scored the own goal in the
to be honest, I'm kind of surprised you didn't say Colby Bishop.
Oh no, I said it'd be one of Colby Bishop or Dane Scarlett.
Oh, okay.
But I'd probably choose Bishop. Bishop's been unreal for Pompey this season.
He's been one of them amazing performers at striker this season.
Oh no, definitely.
But we get to talk about it a little bit more now. But well, obviously we're doing the EFL predictions. But thank you though for ads for coming on. And
no worries, anytime.
It's obviously, like I say every time, we're always happy to have guests on every single preview or review of games, and it's an absolute privilege. That's all I could say, because I'm happy to have anybody on. But when we move on, and if you can get involved if you want, and I will do
it's predictions. Alfie will definitely get involved in that.
Yeah.
We always love
the EFL predictions.
Here we go.
This is Alfie's bogey fixture of League One, Ipswich Peterborough.
Let me move it all the way to over here. But yeah,
I was just gonna say. I mean, like, Cambridge and Peterborough are the same as us and the Rotten Cousins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Basically,
100%.
you had your derby the same weekend we played the Buggers in red and white. So it was
exactly
significant for both of us, and then we beat them 4-2.
Yeah, luckily you won yours. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was bricking myself at first because they went 2-1 up, and I was just watching it in the Mayflower end, just thinking this would be just the worst possible time to lose our home record to these absolute buggers. So it was really an absolute pain in the backside. But but we turned it around.
We turned it around. We played so much better in the second half.
Yeah, no, but either way, it was that game we had against Exeter just shows that our derby is literally one of the most underrated in the whole country.
Agreed. A bit of information on Ipswich and Peterborough. Peterborough right now, if you look at their form,
shocking, just
absolutely shocking.
It is not great.
1-0 loss against Bristol Rovers, 3-1 loss against Shrewsbury, and 2-1 loss against Barnsley.
I watched Alfie. I watched their game against Bristol Rovers. They looked dreadful from start to finish. In fact, in all 3 of them, the Bristol Rovers, Shrewsbury, and Barnsley. Even before the Barnsley game, I had Barnsley to win the match because I just knew.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Peterborough's.
You actually messaged me a few days before it.
I did, yeah, and I was just saying how dreadful Peterborough's form has been.
Yeah. Well, I can't really comment on the Bristol Rovers one because we also lost there. So.
And we drew that.
We got a point, and we were 2-0 up, but they played so well in that second half.
Second half, they were brilliant. And then the Ipswich, their form has been very obviously. They're second in the league. They've been obviously a very, very good team this season. But some games, like if you could see on the screen, 1-1 draw against Cheltenham and 1-1 draw against Fleetwood, and both at home.
Their form is very similar to ours at the moment, Ipswich.
It reminds me of last season for us at home.
In a
literally
way.
For Ipswich.
Well, I walked out of Home Park on Friday thinking we've lost top of the league to Ipswich tonight. They've beaten Fleetwood no problem. And I said that in my vlog and stuff as well. But the minute I got to the Green Taverners, everyone told me Fleetwood got a last minute equaliser. I was like, no way. And then that was it. I bought my VK and that was me chilled for the rest of the night.
But prediction wise, I'm already gonna say mine. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Peterborough right now, I know three losses in a row is horrendous for them at the moment, but I feel like their one game that they could bounce back is against Ipswich, and as they're in the top six right now, they do need to bounce back at one time with 10 wins and 9 losses. I don't know how on earth they're in the playoffs. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I know Alfie will 100% disagree with me on this, but I have to rely on Peterborough to win tomorrow anyway because of obviously Ipswich battling for the league with us. So, but I'm not confident considering Peterborough's form at the moment.
Well, if Liam hasn't taken Clark Harris, I'll take him then.
I'd rather him just quit football, to be honest. But no, I'm going to go my prediction. I'm going to go with both teams. I'm going to go never back the early kickoff, so I'm going to go with a draw as well. I'm going to go with 2-2. 2-2.
See, like I was thinking either 1-1 or 2-2 because I feel like there could either be a game where one of them gets a goal and then it's a late equaliser, or it could be a very tense game. It could have loads of goals in it.
I could go either way. I swear the last time Ipswich played Peterborough was that 7-1 hammering by Peterborough when Ivan Toney got that hat-trick or something.
It was 2-1 there, 1-0 there.
Oh, no, not quite.
Let me have a look.
Oh, no, they did lose 7-1 to Peterborough. Something there.
Oh, and that was 2011.
Oh, that was quite a while. But yeah, I remember Ivan Toney got a hat-trick.
But then this one, 4-1. Toney, Smodix and Dembele.
God, I don't like seeing Peterborough.
What Dembele was that? Oh, okay. I thought it was another Dembele that I thought I remembered. But
I was going to say it couldn't surely be Ousmane Dembele.
No, or Karamoka Dembele.
Peterborough ended up signing.
He was Dembele's Celtic's young player.
Oh yeah, no, I know who you mean.
Yeah,
but no. I mean, Peterborough fans will see Ivan Toney as a club legend for them.
Oh yeah, but what do you predict for this game, Jack?
I've gone with 2-1 Ipswich and Connor Chaplin to score for Ipswich.
I thought you would go for Connor Chaplin. I went for him last week and he didn't score.
And also, I don't hardly back Ladapo because he's not that prolific of a goal scorer.
Well, Liam predicted him, so we can't go for him anyway.
Liam always goes for Ladapo.
He always goes for Ladapo or Clark Harris.
Oh, yeah, he always does.
Well, at least one week he has to either predict one of them, so that the other one can predict the other.
Well, knowing Liam, he'll just always go for who the top scorer is for each club.
Exactly. And he always does it.
And he's like, oh, they're the better team. They're going to win tomorrow.
Literally, exactly.
And I'm just there thinking to myself, there is going to be a surprise results because it's League One at the end of the day.
Yeah, but the next match at 12:30 is Shrewsbury Town versus Bolton.
This will be a tough game.
Bolton away.
For Bolton as well, their form has been positive after the 2-1 loss against Barnsley. 2-1 against Fleetwood, 1-1 against Bristol Rovers, and 0-0 against Cambridge.
See, Harv, if anyone reminds me of us last season, it's Bolton at the moment.
True. The amount of draws that they're getting.
They're fifth in the league at the moment, which was where we were 20 games gone last season.
Completely forgot.
And there were just there, and it's just the same as us last season. There were games that we would win no problem, superb performances, masterclass performance, and then we go to other games like Charlton away where we would just be absolutely woeful, and then your usual 3-3 draws against teams like Fleetwood, who we hardly ever get a win against.
Yeah, because they are our bogey side.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I will get Liam's prediction up.
But yeah, we'd have like masterclass performances like 3-0 against Shrewsbury last season, hammering Accrington at home, Cheltenham at home, And then we lose games like Sunderland away, Charlton away, of course, Cambridge away as well. Wickham outclassed us last season from start to finish. As much as that pains me to say,
yeah, same.
They honestly did, and I don't like saying that because I know they're well known for their anti-VAR football. So
Liam went for 2-1 Bolton and Dion Charles to score. So you can't go for
okay.
Dion Charles.
Ooh.
So who else? So if you look at the top goal scorers, Bayliss for Shrewsbury.
Funny enough, that's who I backed to score.
And then insights, ranked 19 in goals scored per match. That's actually decent insights as well.
Bolton ranked 15 in goals scored per match. That's quite low for them.
Mm-hmm. Ranked 1 in goals conceded per match, 0.8.
That just shows that their goalkeeper, Trafford's been immense this season as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Trafford, he could have saved the Titanic against us, honestly.
Honestly,
he was incredible.
Honestly, he's been unbelievable. Honestly, for me, he's been League One's best goalkeeper.
Yeah, for sure.
But 100%. For score predictions, what do you both think the score is going to be?
You go first, Alfie, my friend.
Okay. Right. I was going to go 2-1 Bolton, but I'm going to up it. I'll go 3-1 Bolton. Dapo Afolayan to get 2.
Lion.
Connor Bradley to get the other.
That's interesting.
Mm.
Because Afolayan has been a pretty decent player for Bolton as well. So
he's a player that Cambridge struggled to defend against as well.
Mm-hmm.
Every time, no matter what.
Yeah. And I will do a little bit of a thing here. So we go here and we check that. This is for you, Jack. So if you're struggling to pick a Bolton player,
that's all right. That's all right.
There you go. But what do you think the scoreline will be, Jack?
I've gone a bit different. I have gone considering their brilliant win last week against Lincoln, the 2-0. I have gone with a 1-1 draw for this one.
Interesting.
I really think, again, well, like I said earlier, when I say Shrewsbury are one of those teams that will stop you winning the league or stop you.
Sure.
They'll make you bottle promotion or bottle playoffs, or they'll make you go down. I can really see Shrewsbury frustrate Bolton tomorrow, and I've gone with a 1-1 draw and Bayliss to score.
I knew you would go for Bayliss. I should have said it earlier.
He's a decent player.
Yeah, he's their top goal scorer this season.
Honestly, and I watched him last season as well for Shrewsbury. He's unbelievable for them.
Yeah. And for my prediction, I think I'm a little bit more tempted of a Shrewsbury win here, if I'm truly honest. Because I feel like they could surprise Bolton. I'm gonna go for 2-1 Shrewsbury.
What's Bolton's record like against Shrewsbury?
I will also get that up for you now. It should be further down, shouldn't it? Or did I?
I think it's just there. It's just there.
Only 1 win against Bolton in the past 7 games.
Oh, so Bolton's got a good record.
Oh, that was in the EFL Trophy. So, so they've never. I don't think they've beaten them in the league in the last 6 games. I think.
I'll back a 1-1 draw anyway. Shrewsbury are one of those teams that I can just see frustrate Bolton. If this was at Bolton's ground, if this was at the Reebok, I would have gone with a home win for Bolton.
Oh yeah, brilliant at home.
Yeah, but if there was going to be a player that would score, I'm going to back him again because obviously I think I backed him last week, but he didn't score. It's Kachunga.
Oh yeah. Well, the Bolton fans on Discord been telling me he's been absolutely dreadful for them lately.
Come on, bag 1 goal and then get your form back up, eh? All right. But obviously another game that we expect to be, obviously I'd say either pretty tight or it could, or there could be a late minute winner. You never know. This game could have it all. So we'll see about that. Next game. Yeah, but Burton versus Derby.
I've gone with a surprise result here, I will be honest.
Oh, bloody hell. If you look at the last... How many games is that? 11. So when's the last time they've beaten them? 3-1 again 3-1 Burton in the Championship in 2018.
I keep forgetting Burton were in the Championship for a few
I know,
years.
it's a club that you don't expect to be there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
David Nugent. Nice.
I mean, Alfie, that's still how I feel about Rotherham being in the Championship.
Oh yeah, no, they shouldn't.
Because when I was a kid, growing up with us being in the Championship, Rotherham were like still in League Two or something. And then they rose their way up, and then last few years they've just been yo-yoing it.
Mm-hmm. But and Liam put 2-1 Derby and went McGoldrick to score, so we can't go for McGoldrick, Jack.
I wasn't planning to go McGoldrick anyway, so that's good.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say mine. I might go, because obviously you're thinking of a surprising result as well.
Honestly, Burton can't stand Derby. They're right next to each other on the map. I can really see a surprise result.
I genuinely feel that this could have a 1-0 written all over it.
Considering Burton frustrated us, I can really see a surprise result here. I've gone 2-0 to Burton.
I'm going 1-0 Burton.
I'm gonna go 2-2 again.
Oh,
I think but Burton are that team at home where they can surprise you. Like,
yeah.
So
I'm going
as they did with you lot. So.
Oh, you've beaten me to it, to Adebayo. No worries. I will go with who was the one that scored against us, Harv?
Oh, it was
in the first half. It was Camwa, wasn't it?
Camwa, something like that, I think. Yeah. Here we go. We got it here.
I'll quickly double check.
Camwa and Maria.
Yeah, I'll back Camwa to score. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant for Burton against us a few weeks ago. But if this was at Pride Park, I would have gone the complete opposite result.
I would have gone the opposite as well.
I would have gone with like a 3-0 Derby or something. But I know Derby don't consider Burton as a rival because I know they consider them.
Did you go 2-1?
Leicester and Nottingham Forest, but I know Burton deep down do consider Derby a rival for them, and now they're at home tomorrow. And the way they frustrated us, I can really see them pull off a surprise here tomorrow. I could be so wrong, but I really it wouldn't shock me if they did. And I'm gonna back.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park for Derby.
No,
I'm gonna go Collins to go get a goal for Derby, and then Burton. I don't know many, but I'll probably go Borthwick Jackson to get on the score sheet.
Yeah,
former United lad.
He was another one. He was another one that tried to cause us havoc the other week.
Yeah.
I only remember that name. He used to play for United. He played against Arsenal in 2016. I remember.
Oh, wow. Fair enough.
Yeah, so do I. That's where I remember him from.
He played well in that game as well. But what did you go for, Jack, for the scoreline?
2-0 to Burton.
2-0. Oh, you really think that they're going to get a clean sheet?
Genuinely.
That's what I was going to say.
Like when Derby played Lincoln away. Before that, I thought Lincoln were going to win because I knew Lincoln would be up for it. So I can genuinely see the same tomorrow. And Derby they're another one like Peterborough. They're so inconsistent. Even before the start of the season, I didn't think they'd finish playoffs. And I was very similar with Tom from 4-0 on that. I just thought they'd have a season to adjust in League One. And I think Derby will miss playoffs this season, but next season I think they'll be right up there for promotion. To finish either first, second, or third. But I can really see Burton be up for this game tomorrow. I'm going to back Burton to win 2-0.
Because and the way Burton have been playing right now, they're one of those teams right now that they're low in the league, but the way they're playing, it doesn't seem like that they should be low in the league, if you get what I mean.
They did take the lead against MK Dons last week as well, and they're both battling for relegation. Well, both battling to stay up, I mean, but yeah.
Liam's just said, how did the preview go, mate? I said, still going. He said, wow, that's because Jack is on talking, I guess.
Well, he's a snake for not even being here in the first place.
Let's see, you're jumping on or not? Question mark. But like we both said, Jack, there could be a surprise. Burton could get a win, but we'll see what happens. And it's at 2:00 as well, which is a weird time for it to kick off.
Right, El Glossico.
Yep. What a game this could be.
These two hate each other. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually surprised it's not on TV tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know it's not quite the Plymouth Exeter rivalry or the what other rivalries have been on Sky this season for League One wise. No, it's really just mainly us. But I genuinely thought it was going to be televised because they genuinely cannot stand each other. Not going to lie, I thought Cambridge Peterborough was going to be televised as well, so I was a bit surprised.
So did we.
About that
we all
well.
thought that as well, but didn't.
Yeah, because Sky are sometimes just, as I say it, assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for Forest Green, they sit below Cambridge, 3 points behind them as well. But if there's one game, I'm going to say it, sorry, but if there was one game that they were going to get back out of the relegation spots, is against Cheltenham. And for Cheltenham, one game to get away from the bottom four is against Forest Green. So this makes sense.
I know Liam's backed a Cheltenham win here, but I really think Forest Green will be up for this tomorrow, especially with their home as well.
But yeah, so you can't go for May because Liam's already said him.
That's all right. My prediction here, I've gone with Forest Green 4, Cheltenham 3, with Wickham score for Forest Green.
Oof.
So I've gone with a goal. I've gone with a goal fest for this fixture.
I tell you what, if this ends 0-0, then Jesus.
You know what? Knowing my luck, it probably will because I predicted Charlton to bloody beat MK Dons 7-0 the other week, and then MK Dons went on to win the freaking game 2-0. Because after I saw Charlton's masterclass performances against Exeter and Portsmouth, and then that 4-4 draw against Ipswich, which did us the biggest of favours. So I thought, they'll hammer MK Dons with the way they're playing.
And who you put into score?
And then they absolutely blew it and lost 2-0 to MK.
And who you put into score?
Wickham for Forest Green.
I thought you would. Yeah. And as well, I think he used to play in the Premier League, didn't he? If I'm correct.
Did for Palace.
He played for Crystal Palace.
I thought he played for Palace. Yeah. How he's moved down straight down to Forest Green is actually crazy.
He must be on crazy money.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows that you've got ex-Premier League players that are happily that will happily do this. And to be fair, it's good for the league as well.
Well, at least he'll be eating healthy now.
Connor Wickham at Forest Green. Forest Green. You got Sam Vokes. Sam Vokes is at Wickham. Hurahan's at Derby. McGoldrick is at Derby. So you got quite a few names down here, and all these.
There's a lot of brilliant players in this league now.
Been in the Premier League before. So yeah, it does. It honestly, it looks good for League One.
Mm-hmm. And as well as a lot of exciting players coming through as well. But like if you look at last year, Scott Twine, that was the start of Scott Twine coming through, and he went to Burnley. But right now, Burnley, I think he's injured, ain't he?
Yeah, he's injured at the moment.
Yeah. It's not just that; he's hardly had a game at Burnley this season. A bit like Kamara at Ipswich.
I think he's played in the cup once or something.
Mm-hmm. But if I was going to go for a scoreline in this game, I'm going to say 3-2.
And Burnley bought him as well to replace Weghorst.
And Weghorst scored twice today.
He did, yeah.
Wow. My scoreline, I think I'm going to go on. So if I back a Forest Green win, because obviously I don't want Forest Green to win. So I am going to back a Cheltenham win because obviously they played in the derby. Was it last week, 2 weeks ago? As you see, it's right there. It says 5-4 to Cheltenham. I think that was a penalty shootout, actually. But I'm going to back a Cheltenham win, 1-0. And I think... So I can't say May. I don't really know many more. I think I'm going to go for the Arsenal lad, Ole Yinka. That's a tough one to say.
Ole Yinka.
Oh, yeah.
The Arsenal lad. To get his first goal of the season. So.
Nice.
But that's about it. Let's not look at that.
I'm just looking at the
painful, man.
And as well, there is March.
If this was at Cheltenham's ground, I would have gone the complete opposite way round. I would have gone with a Cheltenham win. But I think Cheltenham are going to stay up anyway this season. I think they'll beat the drop, no problem. And also they've caught up to Fleetwood in the table anyway. But even at the start of the season, I had Cheltenham to finish in 19th, so I thought they'd be completely fine.
Oh yeah, so they bring off Jamil Matt off the bench. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
I'm going to go for March to score.
I can tell you my start of the season predictions if you want, Alfie.
What was that?
So the 4 I had relegated, one of them I know is wrong already. I had Fleetwood to finish bottom, which I know is already incorrect.
I think a lot of people had that.
23rd, I had Port Vale, which is also wrong. 22nd, I had Morecambe, which could happen. And 21st, I was very similar to Tom on this. I actually went with Accrington Stanley. Just like having a season doing so well, and then the next season either just staying up or being in the drop. Then 20th, I had Forest Green to just survive. 19th, I had Cheltenham. 18th, I had you guys, Cambridge. 17th, I had the Rotten Cousins, Exeter.
That could still happen.
I had Lincoln. Yeah, I had Lincoln 16th. 15th, I had Shrewsbury. 14th, I know I've definitely got wrong. 14th, I had Burton. 13th is probably also wrong, but I really didn't think they'd do well this season, considering how terrible they were in the Championship last season. I had Barnsley to finish 13th.
Jesus.
12th, I had Charlton, so hardly any improvement. 11th, I had Wickham.
Oh, you're close.
10th, I had Bristol Rovers. They were my surprise of the season.
Yeah, you're 5 off.
Yeah, that is very true. 9th, I had MK. I didn't think they'd do as well with Twine. But a lot of us predicted MK to finish in the top half.
It's because, it's how they finished last year.
So. Yeah,
do you know
one
the thing
expected MK
the thing
to
is,
be where
with
they
the
are
football
now.
fan base, a lot of people always do this every single year. They think that this team, they finished 3rd last year, like MK Dons, and they think they're going to finish the same again because of how they finished last year. But with them 2 players going, that can change your team instantly.
Especially when it's Scott Twine and Harry Darling.
If you can't replace them, what are you going to do?
And that's why I was confident in us before the start of the season, because apart from Kamara, we pretty much kept the whole of our players.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go on to that in a second. But yeah, MK I had to finish 9th. 8th I had Derby. 7th I had Oxford. And then my top 6. 6th I had Portsmouth. 5th I had Bolton.
Yeah.
4th I had your arch rivals, Alfie, Peterborough. And then
kind of close on all them.
And then 3rd I had Ipswich. So I know this sounds biased. I did have us to finish 2nd at the start of the season, and it's because apart from the selling of Kamara, I was pretty confident in the team, not going to lie. And I thought with the fact that the players trust Shuey and stuff, and considering the way we lost that game to MK, I thought, just try and turn on the screw and try and respond to that horrible end to the season and stuff. But who knows? We could still finish lower and stuff. And after that Charlton game, I was there thinking, this just shows how hard the league is, and we can't just have performances like that if we want to be in bloody playoffs this season at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was confident in the boys, so I did have us to come 2nd. I know it's biased, but I literally, it's the heart that comes into you, isn't it? At the end of the day,
exactly.
And then same as you, Alf, I had Sheffield Wednesday to win the league.
Yeah, I think most people did.
I think most people have. It's the financial backing a little bit that they have as well, because obviously they're more richer than any of the other clubs in this league.
I think Wednesday and Ipswich have the most money.
They have the most money out of any team in this league. So you could easily say that obviously they would be up there at the top, which is pretty understandable.
But I had them at the top anyway because of the way they finished end of last season. I had us 2nd because of the way I thought how our season ended and stuff, and we kept most of our players. But again, it's a tight league, and of course Ipswich signing Ladapo from Rotherham, which I didn't expect at all, when Rotherham just went up as well. But just shows the money that's in that club at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I do have that hope now with Alfie telling me this week that Ipswich bottle it. So, and
I hope they do.
hope so.
But yeah, look, but obviously this game postponed, like Jack said earlier. That would have been a good game as well. That would have been a good game.
I had Bishop to score anyway because it was against his former club.
Mm-hmm. But like I'm going to say again and again and again, if they keep on getting games in hand, and their games in hand is going to get a lot more bigger as well, because they're on 18 games compared to us. We play 20. It's just I say it's worse when you have games in hand because there's more pressure on you.
It just depends on the outcome and the pressure and the performances the teams are playing at the moment. But obviously for Pompey's shoes, it hasn't gone that way for them, and I can see why Harvey says that. This is the disadvantage of having games in hand, is that all that pressure can come up to you and it can crack on you, and that's exactly what's happening with Pompey at the moment.
Yeah, and it clearly showing it with the results that they are getting right now. They've had 7 wins, 8 draws, and 3 losses. And that does show what is going on.
If you look at Pompey's previous fixtures, you'd look at them thinking there's no way they suddenly got a draw against Morecambe.
Exactly. And they only beat Forest Green 1-0, remember?
Yeah. I mean, I had Pompey to win that game anyway because of how shocking FGR were at the time. This will be a tough game.
This will be a tough game because
at the moment.
These two teams, they played well against us. So, and obviously Bristol Rovers. What is Bristol Rovers' what is it? I'm going to have a look. So if we go to the table home form, I want to see where Bristol Rovers are. 16th.
13th. Bristol Rovers 16th.
16th. And then away form for Port Vale, 6th.
Bloody hell.
Port Vale, good away.
Wait, where's Rovers for away form?
Oh God.
Even though I know they're already
14th.
14th, a bit higher. But Rovers have got the consolidation of being ahead of Exeter in that table.
Exactly. And then I think the insights are here. There we go. There's some more of the insights there.
You know what's interesting? I looked at the Discord chat the other day, and someone predicted the table coming the season. They had Rovers 6th. I thought, wow, fair enough. Bold prediction.
Fair enough.
But that same person had Oxford to finish bottom, and I was just there like, no, I can't see that happening one bit.
And if you can look at the insights as well, look at this. Have scored 7 goals in their last 5 matches. And Aaron Collins is ranked 1 in big chances created in the competition, 13.
You know what I didn't realise though, Harv, before the Port Vale game, and I checked it when I got back as well. I realised also how dreadful our record actually is against Port Vale as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it ain't great.
Oh God, it was written in the stars then, wasn't it, before the game? Oh Jesus!
That's the one thing I didn't take into account before the game, was that Vale's record's actually pretty decent against us.
I wonder who Liam put. I forgot. I need to check what Liam put. He put 2-1 Bristol Rovers.
Who did he have to score?
Collins.
Different to me then. I've gone a 2-2 draw and Coburn to score for Rovers.
I've gone a 2-1 Vale.
Oh, 2-1 Vale.
I think they're gonna get another away win.
That could happen. Yeah. Especially with the form if they and you know what, if they play like how they did against us, they probably will get another away win. For sure.
Definitely. What did you say again, Jet? 2-2?
I said 2-2, yeah.
Yeah. And Coburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was debating whether to go for Coburn or the man that tore us apart last week, Wilson.
That's what I'm going to go for right now.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to go 2-1 Port Vale as well. Then obviously Wilson, former Man United player as well.
Imagine if they get playoffs. That'd be an unbelievable season for Vale.
It'll be an unbelievable season for Port Vale.
When you come up from the playoff final of League Two as well, which makes it even sweeter for them.
But to be honest, the signing of Wilson, I did not expect. I didn't even know he was at the club. because I remember him at Salford. He was at Salford when we played again. When we was in League Two, I remember him at Salford, but I didn't know he went to Port Vale. He's a good striker as it is. Like, I'm very surprised he went there.
When was the last time Rovers lost a league game? Because obviously Boreham Wood's different, of course. So
yeah, let's have a look. So,
because they got an impressive point against Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, it was Derby, of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a good game anyway, because both teams are.
I remember that game. Yeah, and then Liam per 2-1 Rovers, and Collins. But yeah, I feel like this will be a very exciting game because obviously these two teams have been very. I've been very impressed with because of how they've played well against us, very well against us.
Exactly. Both teams just come up from League Two.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, really well.
And it's
out of the 4 teams that have come up from League Two, only one of them has been completely underperforming, and that's Forest Green.
Yeah.
The other 3 have been playing really well, and that pains me to say that because I know one of those 3 is bloody Exeter.
The scummy twats.
Yes.
Yeah. But obviously we'll do this one last. We'll do that one last. But the next
speaking of the rotten
speaking
cousins,
of the
they are
scummy
now.
Twats themselves, we've got them here. I'm gonna write that name down, scummy twats, actually.
Now this is where my my heart gets staggered into what I predict because Sheffield Wednesday are in the title.
What did Liam put? He put 2-0 Wednesday and Smith to score.
Yeah, it's completely different to what I've gone with.
Same.
It's just like, and Harvey knows this already, it's just like the Ipswich game Exeter had 2 weeks ago. It's actually painful for me to say this because Sheffield Wednesday are in the title fight with us. So I'm going to have to rely on the scum to do us a bit of a favour tomorrow. But but they probably won't if they put in an Ipswich performance like they did 2 weeks ago. But I'm going to have to, for the sake of us amazing Greens going up this season. But as for the scoreline, like Liam said, Wednesday could easily get a win tomorrow, like what Ipswich did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It depends how they play against Sheffield Wednesday as well, because obviously the way they played against Ipswich, if I could get that game up right here.
But of course, even if Sheffield Wednesday do win tomorrow, I'll still laugh at Exeter no matter what, just because it's Exeter.
Yeah. Nearly 50% possession. They did have a couple of shots, but I feel like this could be an example of what the game could be against. It could be for Scummy Twats and Sheffield Wednesday.
Would you like to hear my prediction, guys?
Go on, Anne.
Go for it.
Okay, I am going with Exeter 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2, and Barry Bannon to score.
Barry Bannon. When was the last time Barry Bannon scored?
Don't know.
I mean, that Derby game did us a favour, to be fair, that 0-0 draw.
Yeah. Not everyone can beat
Wednesday
Derby
have
away.
a terrible record at Pride Park anyway.
Not us, because we've beaten them.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, like I said, I will never ever back an Exeter win. Never. I never back Exeter wins on this channel. I never do. But I'm gonna go 1-1.
Ooh. So I've gone completely different to all of you.
Oh, I know what you've gone with.
I don't think you do.
Oh, maybe not quite then. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to say mine or?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go for it.
So I've gone Exeter 1, Sheffield Wednesday 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I think they're gonna smash them. I think Exeter.
Fair enough.
Right. I think Exeter will go 1-0 up and then crumble.
That could happen.
That could happen, yeah.
4-1. Bashiru
Oh, Deli Bashiru.
Oh, he's a brilliant player.
Bashiru masterclass.
He's a brilliant player.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm kind of. I know we have good midfielders as it is, but I'm kind of jealous that Sheffield Wednesday have a player in Dele Bashiru. I'm not going to lie.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And he's only young as well. He's like 22.
I know, yeah. Come up through Man City, was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one. One of the Manchesters.
Definitely not us, because I don't remember. Definitely not us.
Must be Man City. I'll look it up anyway.
Yeah. Just seen on my phone that Real Madrid have confirmed that they will be signing Endrick, the 16-year-old.
Okay.
60 million.
Yeah, he was at Man City. Youth career was at
Man City, yeah.
Mate, 60 million for a 16-year-old.
What?
What the fuck? That's mad. You won't even be joining until 2024.
Yeah, no. Last week was a bit Last week was obviously a little bit was obviously different because Exeter had Morecambe, and obviously I wanted Morecambe to smash Exeter.
And who did play? That started with bad news because I had Nombe to score for Exeter, but the good news was I had Morecambe in my predictions to win 2-1 because I'm going to go knowing Exeter, and this is what they've been like this season. Yes, from their standards, they'll say themselves they've had a brilliant season for where they are at the moment in the table. Mate, cash in.
But I was just going to say, but there's fixtures like Burton, Cheltenham, where they absolutely choke.
Yeah.
They'll put off brilliant performances like Barnsley away and Wycombe at home to then lose to Burton at home and Cheltenham at home. And they also beat Peterborough 3-2. I forgot about that as well.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember looking at that. After that match, an Exeter fan posted on Twitter, what a fortress we really are. I'm just there thinking, how are you a fortress when you lost 2-0 to Burton at home? We've won every home game this season so far, well, until Port Vale. But at the time, yeah, that was the same day we played Lincoln away. That was a tough game.
Well, what's his name again on a 4-0 written all over it?
Tom.
Yeah. Why does cash in? Why do they look alike?
Oh, you're saying they look alike each other?
Yeah, cash in. Yeah. I was like, I was looking at cash in. I was like, wait, am I looking at Tom? Sorry, Tom.
Well, if we get Tom from 4-0 on for our Pompey preview in February, I guess we'll let him know that.
Oh God.
I know Alfie's already
I had to say it
as well.
Yeah. He's a very nice fella.
Yeah.
We'll try and bring him on.
Oh, it'd be brilliant. It would be brilliant to have him on.
It's not just that. It's the so-called dockyard derby, isn't it? We'll see what they have to say about.
We'll have to try and at least get a decent amount of guests on.
Yeah,
surely. But yeah, for this result, I just hope that it can I end in a draw, so it's bad for both teams.
Fair enough.
This will be a good game.
That is a tough game.
Yeah.
Sincere.
Because both teams have been doing well this season. I know they lost the last game, but...
I've gone with 2-1 to Wycombe, an away win, and McCleary to score.
That's who I backed last week.
Yeah.
And he scored.
And I knew Liam was going to back Mehmeti this weekend, so that's why.
I forgot. Him. He said Mehmeti. You bastard!
I knew he was going to back Mehmeti, so that and considering McCleary's goal last week against Pompey, that's
you said
the second person I had in mind.
You said
you never know.
Did you say
2-1 Wycombe?
Yeah, I thought you said.
You never know. Ben House could score for Lincoln. So could Jack Diamond.
Yeah. And then
both very underrated players as well.
Very, yeah.
They played well against us a few weeks ago as well. I mean, even before that game, I had that to be a tough game for us, considering Lincoln's record against most of the top sides this season so far.
And then the insights ranked 16 in goals scored per match, unbeaten in 7 home games.
That is the reason I've gone for a 2-1 Lincoln win.
Fair enough.
I can understand.
Yeah, I think Diamond will get the winner.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
It's a fixture. It's a fixture that can go easily one way or the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Wycombe haven't lost to Lincoln City in their last 7 meetings. 3 wins, 4 draws.
Ooh.
I just seen that as well. And Lincoln haven't kept a clean sheet in 8 matches.
Watch us predict all this, and then it's just a boring 0-0 draw.
Oh, if it's a 0-0, I'll be furious. I might go 1-1.
To be fair, I know I've backed a Wycombe win, but I'd rather Lincoln win anyway because I don't like Wycombe.
Obviously, you don't. Yeah, I know you don't like them. Yeah, and obviously, then Wycombe fans as well. That said, we're gonna get the playoffs.
I remember that. That was. Well, I mean, they could do if they continue to play how they did against Plymouth Pompey last week. That was easily their best performance of the season so far, I thought. But no, I think it's too little, too late for them right now.
Yeah. And then
never know. They might.
Liam put 2-1 Lincoln, and he put Mehmeti to score. He spelt Mehmeti wrong.
Right now, I think Lincoln. Right now, as it stands, I think Lincoln will finish 8th.
All right, I'll show you the message.
I'll show you
the message right now. Right there. So,
go on then.
Sorry, Liam, but he spelt Mehmeti wrong. Because obviously you're meant to spell it as Mehmeti.
Can I predict? Did he spell it Muhmeti?
No, it's there.
That's spelling of Mehmeti. Fair enough.
Yeah, he spelled it the way that a lot of people think you would spell it.
I've noticed he spelt Raksaki wrong for Charlton.
Raksaki. Saki. I just seen that as well. Shit.
They're another team that aren't playing this weekend. I had Charlton to lose this weekend as well because they're without Garner. But they're without a manager at the moment. Who is there? I wonder who is their caretaker manager at the moment.
I don't know, actually. You can have a look. But yeah, 1-1 draw. Who do I... Oh, what's his name? House.
Anthony Hayes, caretaker.
House. That's who I'm going to back. He's their top goal scorer this season for Lincoln. House.
You bet your house on that one.
Yeah, you bet your house on it.
Such a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And obviously, there's one player that I like, but I'm going to wait until we get to the team. But... I don't know. Next game.
I think this has a draw written all over it. 0-0.
Yep. I was about to say that as well.
But if I had to choose one player to score, it would have been Rooney until Liam stole that off my grasp. So I'm gonna have to think of someone else.
Yeah, I will show them for you. So there's MK Dons. So MK Dons there.
They didn't even start Will Grigg against Burton.
Yep. And then Fleetwood.
Again, shout out to all of Fleetwood Town Football Club and Cods Vlogs. Thank you for this draw. Thank you. Did us a huge favour last week.
Oh, did he come off the bench and score? Yeah. Keane Hayes.
Hang on, what was their starting lineup, Half?
I will get back up now. There we go. Keane Hayes, I want to search him up. He's 19 and he bloody scored in the 90th minute. Came off the bench. That's mad. Holy shit!
Who I'm going to back to score for this one, to be honest. I know I've gone with a 0-0 draw, but I do think if I had to choose someone to score, who do I think is going to do it?
Let's see who their top goal scorers.
Well, I know MK's is Will Grigg, and I think Fleetwood's is Rooney. Oh, no, Fleetwood's is Mendes.
But is he out injured, though?
Did he play against Ipswich?
I do not know. Carlos Mendes. He's on loan from City, ain't he? No, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. He's on loan from Luton.
Oh, fair enough.
Bloody hell.
The team we could be possibly facing next season.
Nah, Mendes is nowhere near anywhere. Mendes is nowhere near anywhere.
I've gone for a shock result.
I'll back Vela to score for Fleetwood.
Vela. And the score?
I went 0-0, goalless.
Okay. Oh, you just see this is a 0-0 draw written all over it?
A 0-0 draw, yeah, but if I had to choose a player to score, it'd be Vela for Fleetwood. Go on, Alfie, what have you gone with?
I have gone for, you could say a shock, but maybe not. But I've gone for a 2-0 MK Dons.
I wouldn't say that's a shock.
I think Moise is going to score. And I think Dawson Devoy might score. And also, I'm only saying an MK Dons win because my mate Joe will get on to me if I don't say
Fairs.
Win. So
is this one of your best mates or someone who supports them or something?
Fair play.
Do you know someone called Joe MK Dons Vlogs or something?
I don't actually know. We'll have to.
Basically,
that's
MK Dons vlogger. So
that's an idea, Harvey, for when we play for our preview against MK Dons in end of December, start of January.
Yep. Very good idea.
I'm sure he'll get on. But
let's go.
He won't be happy with me if I say it. So 2-0. 2-0.
You know what, Fairs? Yeah. All right. But to be honest, in this game, I actually think MK Dons, because I know the way they've been playing is not obviously. It shows they're in the bottom 4 right now, but I feel that they could pull off a surprise. I'm going to go 1-0 MK Dons.
Ooh. Apologies to Ben, but I think you're going to lose.
If I was going to go for a player to score...
Did Liam go for a Fleetwood win?
Let me have a look. He went 2-1 Fleetwood.
Yeah, I thought he went for a Fleetwood win.
Yeah. Tom Holland, only joking. Ace up front. I might back you, mate. I'm not sure. Screw it. Because to be honest, I don't know. I don't know if Will Grigg is playing. Was he on the bench? Yeah. Oh, he was on the bench. I forgot they have Louis Barry. Shit.
From Villa.
Yeah, he's from Villa. I might back him then.
And of course, Cumming is still their goalkeeper.
Gotta hate him so much.
Yeah. But next game, there's obviously one player that I like from one of these teams.
This is another tough game, I reckon.
Yeah, Oxford United versus Barnsley. And I'll say Liam's result now.
What did I put? Right, I've gone with a 1-1 draw and Joseph to score for Oxford.
1-1 draw and Joseph to score.
And that's interesting me saying that because Barnsley are on very good form at the moment, but I could see Oxford frustrate them tomorrow. Underrated side, Oxford. They're the same as us last season. They just missed out on playoffs.
I'm going to go 2-0 Barnsley.
Oh,
it could happen. To be fair,
I'm gonna say 2-1. I might say 2-1 Barnsley. I'm gonna say 2-1 Barnsley.
I think Barnsley will win.
But to be fair, they are the most informed team in the league right now. Michael Duff's side.
But I'm gonna back Brannigan to score. He's Oxford's top goal scorer, so why not? 6 goals.
Who are you backing to score, Alf?
And obviously Liam's gone for Cole, so
he loves backing Devante Cole when he backs Barnsley.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get the team up real quick.
Oh, actually, the Barnsley.
There
he is.
Yeah, Harvey has a big obsession for Liam Kitchen.
When we get guests on, we have to have to name that player Kitchen Sink.
Alfie will love looking at this anyway because it's another Peterborough defeat at the end of the day.
Brilliant. Yeah. Love it. Any Peterborough defeat goes into my bones. I'll go Luca Cornwall.
We always have to talk about the legend man himself, Kitchen Sink. We have to always mention him in every video possible.
There we go. The mention is in.
Yeah.
I said to Harvey, if Argyle ever sign him, you've got to get the shirt.
I'm getting a shirt saying Kitchen Sink at the back. Oh, God. The memes. I bet loads of people would be calling him Kitchen Sink as well, though, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I forgot to say also, the other reason why I didn't go with a draw in the Ipswich-Peterborough game is also because, considering Peterborough this season, they just either win games or lose games. I swear they've drawn once this season.
Something like that.
Cole just scored.
We played them start of the season. We absolutely outclassed them in that 2-0 win. That was just after they knocked us out in the Carabao Cup as well.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 between Oxford and Barnsley.
Yeah, there's no more games, I think.
Yeah, just ours one now.
Yeah, it's just our one. And then obviously this
Morecambe
one just got postponed. Morecambe and Charlton.
And I had Morecambe to win 2-0 and Stockton to score because Charlton are managerless.
Yeah. And to be honest, why do I feel like the way Charlton are going right now, why do I feel like I'm sorry to say this, but that they could do a Cambridge right now? Why do I feel like this could happen?
Charlton did it last season as well, I think.
They finished 13th last season.
Yeah.
Even Accrington Stanley beat Charlton last season. But Charlton fans were fuming with last season. And before we played them in the Pizza Cup at Home Park a few weeks ago, I asked the Charlton fans on where they're going to finish this, where they think they're going to finish this season, and most of them said around 13th, 14th again. They're not confident in the team and the club at all at the moment. Which is interesting because a few weeks ago, Charlton were actually my dark horses into getting into the playoffs, but their form's just been absolutely shocking. I think it's that 7-0 prediction I made of their win over MK Dons that has just jinxed it for them.
Yeah, it's the Jack effect.
It is the Jack effect.
Yeah. But and then obviously the final game.
Here we go.
Cambridge United against
one.
the mighty Green Army. I've got the shout on as well, of course. Oh, wrong side. There we go.
Doesn't matter. I'm just green shirt at the end of the day.
Yep.
How much?
But I want to see what Liam put. So Liam put 2-0 Argyle and had Hardy to score. So you can't go for Hardy.
That's fine with me. I want to hear Alfie's first on this. Honestly, I'm genuinely curious.
So, first in League One compared to 20th. Haven't scored a goal at home since September the 3rd. In that case, I'm going to go... 3-1 Plymouth. I'll go 3-1 Plymouth. Whittaker to score. I'm going to say anyway, Hardy to score. And some other Dom to score, I don't know. And for us... fucking Lloyd Jones. Let's go with Lloyd Jones.
Lloyd Jones. All right, against his former club as well. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Just somehow slots it past Cooper's grasp.
Oh, that would be mad if he scored against his former club. That'd be crazy.
Imagine that. Imagine in front of your end as well.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that would
be mad.
Not be fun.
No.
But having said that, I'm now thinking of tonight. I'm now thinking from tonight, fuck's sake, if I had the bloody money for tomorrow, I would have gone to Cambridge.
And if this is a game
before the game as well, Alf.
If this is a game that I feel like we could get our clean sheet streak back on, it could be 100%. This one.
I don't think it will be because I've gone the same prediction as Alf.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the same as Liam, 2-0.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've gone same as Alf.
If there was one player that I think would score, it depends if he's playing tomorrow. But if he's not, if I have 1 hour and if he's not in the starting lineup, I'll change it quick. But I'm gonna go for Ennis.
I've gone for Mumba.
Oh, Mumba, fairs.
I wasn't sure on who to go for out of Mumba or Randall.
Interesting goals.
But it's another. But I hate to say it, it's from our point of view, it's another one of these games that I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Cambridge went 1-0 up at first.
If we do go 1-0 up, we will sit back and crumble. So, yeah, there you go.
But what I mean is that we've done it so much this season. We end up conceding 1 goal at the start, Ipswich, Shrewsbury. And then we end up going on to win the game.
Yeah, we're the comeback kings of this season, of like every game. It reminds me of Man United in 2013. In the league,
I remember
there was most games when we was 1-0 down, then sometimes 2-0 down. I remember the Southampton game, 1-0 down, then 1-1, 2-1 down to 2-2, then last minute Van Persie goal. I remember that. But it was like that entire season. We was losing, then winning. It's exactly like Argyle right now.
Well, you never know. We could be facing Southampton next season.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, Liam put Hardy to score.
Yeah, I'm the same as Alf. I think it'll be 3-1 to us.
But if Ennis doesn't start, and if Cosgrove is playing, I'll back him. So at least I've got a backup option.
But I wouldn't be shocked if Mayer starts at all. I think.
I think Danny Mayer could start. Yeah.
Honestly, it wouldn't shock me one bit.
But yeah, before we end, we will have a quick look at the table before. Obviously, tomorrow it changes. But obviously, we're still top of the league after the loss against Port Vale, which I'm still so angry about. I'm still so angry about that game. Oh,
we just have to rely on Ipswich and Wednesday to have bad games tomorrow.
Yeah, but
obviously for Alfie it'll be the other way around because obviously Ipswich are against Peterborough.
Yeah, but Ipswich second, Sheffield Wednesday third, Barnsley fourth. And look at this, Barnsley 4 wins in a row. They could make it 5 in a row.
They are the most informed team in League One right now.
And like I said, if there was one team that could just pop up out of nowhere into this automatic race, it could be Barnsley. Or but then again,
we said that a few weeks ago about Peterborough, but at the moment, I think the clubs that's closest to challenging the 3 at the top is Bolton, but they've just got to sort out the inconsistency. I mean, Bolton and Barnsley played each other earlier in the season, and
they drew 0-0.
0-0. Yeah. We both had that as 0-0 as well, and
I remember that. Yeah, but Bolton fifth,
similar they both are.
Peterborough United 6th, Derby 7th.
Yeah, they've only
Derby unbeaten right now, but I feel like they're 1 point away from the playoffs, so it's still maybe in their hands a bit, but only tomorrow we could see what happens. Portsmouth won't be playing tomorrow, so their game's postponed.
Well, that means if Vale win tomorrow, they go ahead of Pompey.
Yeah, and the next game that they have is against MK Dons next week, and we'll have a look at that. Is that away or home?
It's at home.
I think that could possibly be a win for them, but
that is a must. Well, for Pompey's point of view, that is a must.
But for Portsmouth now, another game postponed. They will be 3 games behind most of the teams around them. It's not. I would say right now, if there's one team that would be scared of where they are right now with the games in hand that they got, it's Portsmouth.
Apart from their loss to Wickham last week, just look at that form: draw.
Fucking draw FC. You might as well just call them the mini Fleetwood. Just for drawing games consistently.
Or just the Southern.
Yeah.
The Southern version of Fleetwood. Another one that draws a lot is Charlton, even though their form's been shocking lately.
But yeah, Port Vale, like we was talking about them earlier, 9th. They're one of the better teams out of all of the newly promoted sides from League 2 last season. The way they played against us, they played very well against us.
They were.
If they play like that against any other teams, they'll finish high this season.
They have a chance going into the playoffs tomorrow.
Which isn't nuts. And I'll be surprised if they actually do.
Port Vale would have to rely on Bolton, Derby and Peterborough all to have absolute stinkers of games tomorrow for them to know where they are.
Yeah, for sure. But then
Wickham's a point behind them.
Yeah, and then Wickham, obviously 10th. To be honest, from where they were, I don't know. But your pants would be pulled down if they end up getting back in the playoffs.
They have improved, to be fair to them.
They have improved, yeah. Then Scummy Twats, as we call them,
further
11th
behind.
But the way I've seen, it's the Argyle effect. I said this, the Argyle effect. Since they lost to us, they just haven't been. They've been dropping down.
But not just that though. Look at Exeter's last 5. That pretty much sums up their season.
Yeah, 0-0 against Derby.
But I mean, like, that's 2 losses, 2 draws, and a win, the odd win, and they usually get something like this for like.
Look at that 1-1 draw
against
Morecambe,
etc. I bloody wanted Morecambe to win that, and they couldn't. I was sad for Morecambe.
And then sitting in mid-table is Lincoln, and they're one of the only teams unbeaten at home this season, I think, if I'm sure. Oh, are they not? I don't know. Let me have a look. Where is Lincoln?
I was going to say, have they lost a game at home?
No, they haven't.
Yeah, I thought they hadn't.
Well, Portsmouth haven't lost a game at home yet.
Yeah, but they're
the only 2. Yeah, they're the only two.
That is just painful to see that we finally lost our home record.
It is very sad. But eventually, I think one of them teams will end up losing very, very, very.
I mean, to be fair, I did say before Port Vale, I did say some point this season will be our third defeat of the season. We don't know when it's coming, but it is coming soon.
Yeah.
And it ended up being that Vale game.
Yeah. Then bottom half of the table, Shrewsbury 13th. To be honest, one of the teams that has been up and down. They've been up in the top half and then back down in the bottom half. Just a yo-yo
Shrewsbury,
right now.
Shrewsbury in 13th pretty much sums up Shrewsbury in general.
Oh yeah, exactly. They remind me just of a normal Brexiteer club. Just Brexiteer football. Sorry to say, but you said it, Jack. When we played against them, you hated their style of football.
It's because when we played Shrewsbury, they literally turned into Wickham, and it was actually and it's a shame they did, because I quite like Shrewsbury, to be honest. And with my family now living up near there as well, because my brother trying to become a footballer for Wolves. And basically, and Steve Cotterill, the manager, gave us a lot of praise and stuff before the game as well. So I was like, fair play to him for that. And then the minute we go and watch the game, they just go and play. They do what Wickham usually do, and they just play anti-Vile football and cheat the whole game.
Yeah, just negative.
I was basically saying to myself in my vlog, like, I give Shrewsbury all this praise, and then they go on and play like this, just diving everywhere.
Crazy. And then the team below them, Oxford United, 14th. We don't say what happened a couple months ago when I called them Oxford City. We don't remember that. We don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. But the last 5 games, 4 draws and 1 win. But that's a team that's also, they were 20th at one point as well. And now they brought back their goal difference.
Jack's a lot happier with Oxford now than this time a few months ago, because they were like down in 19th, 20th, of course, and they were having such an awful start to the season. But they were in an injury crisis as well.
The 4-0 win against Port Vale.
And I had them to beat Forest Green 4-0, and they blimmin' drew 1-1.
Then Accrington Stanley 1-1. Then Bristol Rovers below them, 15th. Draw, loss, draw, win, draw. And then Port Vale next, that'll be tough.
I still find it hard to believe that Charlton are in 17th.
No, they haven't conceded the most goals. I thought they conceded the most goals then, but Forest Green and Burton is above them, so.
And Cheltenham 16th. I still think Cheltenham will stay up.
They're unbeaten in 5. What am I seeing there?
I think if they beat Forest Green tomorrow away, I think they will stay up for definite.
Yeah.
Remember, the Argyle effect could happen, so you never know.
Oh yeah, we got them on Boxing Day.
Yeah, we got them, haven't we? So, and then
I'm going to be there for that as well. So yeah, I hope we win that.
And then Charlton 17th. I cannot believe where they are right now. They lost to Stockport. I just forgot. They lost to Stockport the other day.
Yeah,
that's crazy,
mate. What has happened to Charlton?
But
mate,
in all honesty, though,
2 draws.
Again, I sort of wasn't surprised, considering that they were managerless because their owners stupidly decided to sack Garner.
Nuts. It's insane, really, because I thought Charlton at one point were doing pretty well. They were around 8th or 9th, weren't they?
They were.
And now they're 17th.
But so were Bristol Rovers a few weeks back, and now they're 15th. True. That just shows how tight the mid-table is.
And Accrington Stanley as well. We'll talk on to them. Fleetwood, the most draws in the league with 11, but sitting in 18th and 4 losses. How Brexiteer can you get when you've got a team like Fleetwood, who we lost to as well? I don't know what to say. Accrington Stanley, 19th. And they were top half at one point, I think, but now they're 19th.
I mean, Cambridge were flying start of the season.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at us.
And you've got and drawing with the most losses in the league.
I will be honest, Alf. I think so. You know that game you had Accrington Stanley at home. I literally saw that thinking that is a must win for Cambridge. If they don't win,
it was.
Got to change.
We ballsed it up.
Mm-hmm. And then to round off the bottom 4, Forest Green, NK Dons, Burton, Morecambe. That's literally been the bottom 4 for God knows how many weeks.
Yeah.
God knows how many weeks.
But
could change in 2.
it's making the
relegation fight looking a little bit more tasty.
But it's getting more tense now, I think, even more because of
Yeah. And look at that, we pop up twice.
I'll get punched by Alfie for saying this, but after Forest Green's win over Cambridge.
Yeah. And then if you look, Plymouth Argyle there, and then we've got Morecambe, who's bottom.
Jeez.
Yeah. And we got them at home. One way to bring back our home form is against Morecambe.
Oh, you say that.
But to be honest, though, could Stockton pull off a surprise?
It's not just that, we're against our former manager as well,
Derek
Adams.
Adams.
So,
and he knows how he plays, so
Duggan knows what that Morecambe result's going to be. To be honest, though,
Jack, we haven't done this in a while.
I'd be more worried about Morecambe away in April than Morecambe at home.
Yeah, Jack, we haven't done this in a while.
We may as well do it tonight, Harv, because you never know. That could bloody change tomorrow.
Yeah. And as well, we're drawing with the most goals scored this season with Ipswich. Yeah. 39 goals. Just realised that.
Oh, no, definitely.
One way, that's a good way to end this Plymouth Argyle versus Cambridge United preview. But thank you all so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed. And thank you to a special Cambridge United fan guest for coming on, Ads. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely brilliant to have you on.
No worries.
Everyone subscribe to Ads.
And also subscribe to him as well. That'd be very, very appreciated.
Thank you.
And the support on our channel, we're still growing, around 160 subs, if I'm sure. But
we're around that at the moment, yeah.
Keep it going. We're still doing so well. I'm very happy with how well we're doing. As a community as well, and for our club as well, how well we're doing. That's a positive. But thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode, which will be the Cambridge United review. Thank you all so much, and take care. Goodbye.
Up the greens.
Bye.
When they pull on the green, they're all Janet.